Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Marissa Explains It All. I am here again on the foundation hunt, trying to find the perfect foundation for my skin. I'm always looking for something great to cover up all the blemishes that I have and just also leave like a nice clean finish. Always looking for kind of a natural coverage if I can find it, but it's really hard to get that perfect sweet spot of coverage and looking natural and not cakey. So I'm gonna try them all. That's just what's gonna happen. So I have my Fenty Beauty foundation, which is my current favorite and has been for a long time. That the Pro Filter the matte formula, not the hydrating formula, has always worked best for my skin. But today I have an awesome new product that I would love to try. It's not really new to you, it's new to me. So I'm looking forward to trying this out. So today I am trying out the Juvia's Place I Am Magic Velvety Matte Foundation. This is what it looks like in the packaging. I'm really looking forward to trying out this brand because they are an indie brand that got their fame, I guess their fame on Instagram, and they are all over some of the higher end YouTubers. They seem to love them. They have a cult following. So I'm excited to try it. They have a lot of different products, but today I'm just trying their foundation. And so I think they're really also famous for their palettes. They have a ton of beautifully formulated palettes. So that'll be my next try. So, all right, if you want to see how this works, stay tuned and I'll be right back. Okay, so let's dive into it. This product, again, this I Am Magic Velvet Matte Foundation, it retails for $20 on the Juvia's Place website and also on Ulta. It comes in 42 shades, so a huge shade range. So unpackaging it, it comes in like a little plastic tube, and it looks like it's just like a squeeze bottle tube, and yeah, pretty basic packaging. It claims to be full coverage, and so I have chosen the shade 720 Bali. So I am going to uncap this, and it comes with a protection seal, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And I have no idea if this shade is going to work for me or not, but as with any foundation review, I'm going to do a wear test, and I'll start with priming my face all over and then do half the side with a beauty blender and then half the side with a brush just to see which one blends out best. So I'm starting in with the Urban Decay Optical Illusion Complexion Primer. This is my favorite, and I do love the way that it works for my skin. So I will start with just priming all over with that. Okay, so at this point I would usually do some spot concealing before putting on my foundation, but I'm not going to do that today because I want to test out how full coverage this actually is. So let's see how it works. I'm going to put a little bit on the back of my hand and see. Hopefully I got the right color. Doesn't look too bad. I'm going to put some back here, and I like the squeeze bottle. I like that I can kind of control how much comes out. So I'm going to do, as per usual, the brush on this side of my face and the beauty blender on this side, and we shall see. So dipping into it, so I'm going to put this on. We're going to just dot this all over. The shade match doesn't look horrible. We'll see how it blends out. Maybe it's a little yellow, but we shall see. I don't want to put like too much on. I always put too much on. I think it ends up looking cakey, but I'm just gonna kind of dot this all over and dip my brush in a little bit to the product, and I'm just using a flat top brush here. So let's see. Oh wow, okay, so this is, all right, it's thick, it's very thick. Girl, this is full coverage, like this is no joke. All right, this is, they weren't playing around when they said full coverage. All right, this is good though. I hope it doesn't look too cakey. There's certainly plenty to blend down to my neck and shear it out a little bit. So I'm just gonna kind of blend a bit. I mean, for a full coverage foundation, I would expect there to be a little creasing, to be honest. So I'm interested to see how well it does. And I do have dry skin in most places of most of my face, and then I have like a oily T-zone. Wow, I cannot get over how full coverage this looks. Oh my gosh. It's like, what acne scars? There's nothing there. All right, let's do the other side. I'm gonna bounce into a beauty blender and just beauty blend this out. So right off the bat, I can tell you I used way too much. I still have like some left on here. And I put on probably, I would say, too much, but I wanted to see how it worked, and this is very full coverage. I mean, it is good stuff. I did not have to go back in with a second layer and anything to cover up the vein that runs kind of close to my face or any of the acne scars. And so far, I mean, this looks really good. I am impressed with how this went on. I'm excited to see how it does throughout the day. So let me go ahead and first test how it goes on with the rest of my makeup, and then I'll be right back. All right, I am back with my makeup on, and I am impressed. This really did well with blending with my other products. I did put on the full face, just concealer and a translucent powder. I didn't want to cover it up with powder foundation because I wanted you to see the actual foundation shine through. So I did just do a translucent powder and some bronzer, blush, a little highlight, kind of went for like a pink look today, pink purple look today, and just put on the rest of my eyes and my lips. So we will see how this wears. I'm going to come back in a couple hours and check in with you, maybe do 2 check-ins, and then I'll come back at the end for my final thoughts. Let's see how it does. Hey guys, okay, so I am here doing my midday check-in. It's been about 2 hours since the foundation has been on and my makeup's been done. And so far, I think it's looking really good. There is a little bit of creasing here. As you can see, I've been trying not to touch my face. And a little bit here in my smile lines, but really not too bad. And I think that's like super noticeable, I don't think, as I'm kind of wearing it throughout the day. So I actually think this is holding up really well. And I don't have any beauty filters on or anything like that. You can kind of see some of the texture and, you know, things in my face that happens with time, but I think so far it's holding up really well, and I really like how it's covering, and I actually think the color isn't bad too. Just kind of looking at my neck, it's a little bit more pale down, you know, further down, but generally I like it. So I am going to do another check-in in a few hours and see how it's wearing, and then I'll come back for final thoughts. Hey guys, I'm back here for my second update. Just wanted to see how it's wearing. So far it's looking pretty good. It's still kind of, you know, creasing in the same spots that I expected it to, and the same spots it was before, but it's really not that bad, to be honest with you. I do move my brows a lot, and this is where this comes from. This little creasing comes from that expression, so I gotta stop doing that. But it's really worn pretty well. It is looking a little bit like slightly more dewy than it did before. Slight oils, you know, in my T-zone, which I expected. It's not really bad though. Just a little tiny bit more shiny than, you know, normal. But overall, just kind of gives more of a dewy, natural kind of look to it. So I don't really mind that. I think it looks pretty good. I've actually been touching my face a little bit today. I kind of was leaning on it and, you know, doing one of these and stuff. So I think I've been touching it a lot, and it still looks like it's pretty much there for the most part. So I'm impressed with it. We'll come back in a few hours and see. It's been about 6 hours at this point. We'll see. All right, guys, I am back. It has been about 8 hours total since I've had this on, and I gotta tell you what, it's holding up really well. I am pretty impressed. I'm taking a look to see a little bit up close, you know, to see any details. I mean, it looks like some of my natural oils have shined through a little bit to give me more of a natural shine and not so matte of a finish, but it doesn't look bad. It doesn't look super shiny. It doesn't look like it's really separated anywhere. Really just looks like it settled into some of my creases and fine lines like I would expect any other foundation to do. So overall, I am super happy with the longevity of this foundation. I was really impressed with how high coverage it was, how full coverage without looking really that cakey. I think it looked fairly natural for a full coverage foundation. I thought the color was good, the color match, the shade range is really nice, and I think it lasted pretty well. The only places I saw it really lift were places that I kind of had touched my face and lifted it off and, you know, rubbed, so I really can't blame it for that. So I think this is a thumbs up in my book. I love it. Let me know what you guys think. Have you tried anything from Juvia's Place, and do you like their products? I'd love to hear what you think below, and I will check out more from this line. I'll see you guys next time for the next foundation review. Bye guys.